Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Let me know if the screen is okay. I am getting like a late start this morning. I apologize. A lot of things going on today, including my kid has started yoga teacher training, so yay for that. Okay, can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you see the mat? Can you see me? Oh, Michelle, you did bar from last Friday. Bless your heart. So the good news is my results are all clear. So I just have to give up coffee forever and take care of myself and take time to breathe, apparently, is what the doctor says. So I take a lot of time to care for girls and care for clients and sometimes forget to care for me. So, hey, hold me accountable. If you see me running around like a chicken with my head cut off, be like, Jamie, slow down. My appointment was great, Renee. I'm all clear. No cancer. So I just have to go off coffee, take some time to rest each day, de-stress a little bit, and take some primrose oil. All right. Yay. I know, right? So we're going to do Powerhouse Plexus. We're going to get started. Just one more sound check because I've got music rolling in the background. I feel like I'm yelling a little bit. How's the sound with the music and with me? Because I can always turn it down before we get started. Everybody good? Everybody can hear me? You can see my mat. You can see me if I'm on the floor. Facebook, I can't really tell. YouTube, you're great. I love Facebook, but there's something about this little gray area at the bottom that drives me a little crazy because then I can't tell if you can see me or not. We're good? All right, cool. So we're going to get started. Powerhouse Plexus today. We are going to be doing different variations of breathing exercises in between different flows because the powerhouse here at the solar plexus is deeply rooted to the sacral chakra, which we did in the past 2 classes, and then moving up into the powerhouse, into the solar plexus where the fire of the belly is. We need to really continue to breathe in different ways. So we're going to be interspersing different types of breathing practices in today's practice. So be patient with yourself if you've never tried them before. It could be very different. Everybody can hear me all right? I can see you. Hi, I can see you too. Great. Awesome. All right. So we're also going to be going through some different energetic flows to really fire up the solar plexus. So having said that, some of it might look a little Pilates-esque, but it's not. All right. So we're going to get started today with a breathing exercise, drawing into some pranic breath. And then we'll move right into different areas of getting that solar plexus fire. So the deep fire in the belly, we get it stirring, get it moving. And it just is the source of our creativity, the source of our confidence. I know myself, I've been feeling a little sludgy lately. So I've been, this week in my practice preparing for this class, have been very thankful for feeling as if the fire is, once again, I'm being stoked, feeling creative, feeling like I can tackle some projects. So we're going to start seated on the mat. You can come into whatever leg position feels best for you. Okay, perhaps that is the position where your legs are just simply crossed. Perhaps you want to go into more of the traditional where the left heel is closer to the pubic bone, the right foot drapes up over. Let the hands relax. And I want you to go ahead and close your eyes for a moment. Let me know if you cannot hear me. I'm going to make one final adjustment to the camera. And just take a nice deep breath in. Let your breath settle into a nice steady flow whatever feels the most natural to you. And then I'd like you to arrange your bones, arrange your spine so that you feel as if your head were this buoyant spot here at the top of your spine. Allow the shoulders to melt away. Feel as if you can draw your rib cage gently back to stack over your hips. And if you need to sit on a pillow or a bolster here, please feel free to do that. Now I'm going to bring you into a double triangle breath. The shape of the solar plexus, traditionally in yoga and the chakra pictures take on triangular shapes. So I'd like you to imagine, if you will, your eyes can remain closed, or perhaps if you're a visual learner, you can watch the trace of my hands. The top of your first triangle would be here at the base of your rib cage. And that triangle is inverted down to rest just beneath the belly button. As you inhale, breathe into the hands at the top of the ribs. As you exhale, feel that breath travel down into the tip of the triangle. Inhale, up into those top points of the triangle. Exhale, down to the point of the triangle. Inhale through the width of the top. Exhale, down to the tip. Inhale through the width of the top. Exhale down towards the tip. One more time. Inhale, really expanding into the base of the rib cage. Exhale, down to the tip. Pause here. We're going to flip the triangle. Feeling here at the tops of your hip bones, that the base of the triangle goes from hip bone to hip bone. This is where I want you to now send your inhale. And as you exhale, feel that breath travel up to the tip, which is just above the belly button. Inhale into the base of the triangle. Exhale up to the tip. Inhale to the base. Exhale to the tip. Two more times. Inhale to the base. Exhale to the tip. And one more time, inhaling to the base, exhaling up to the tip. Now, staying here with this breath, bringing into your mind's eye both triangles, the inverted triangle being here at the top of the rib, down to the belly button, the bottom triangle being hip to hip, up to just above the belly button. And there's a sweet spot where the two triangle points merge. Breathing into the two widths of the triangle, top and bottom. Exhale to the two tips of the triangles, meeting there, overlapping under the belly button. Inhale into the two bases. Exhale to the two tips. Inhale to the two bases. Exhale. Starting to feel this flow of breath as you inhale, the expansion. Exhale like you're stoking a fire, almost like a slow motion blacksmith, right? Drawing the bellows and opening them into the two tips, the bases. Exhale to the tips. Inhale again and exhale. Good. Staying right here for a moment. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. Bring your legs over towards the center of the mat so that you are lengthwise with the mat, and bring your legs out long. Make sure that your sits bones have plenty of space. Move any of the soft tissue that you need to there, and then bring your legs to parallel position with your shoulders. Sitting here in Tadasana with the posture nice and tall, rolling the shoulders down and back. I always like to imagine I'm holding a gift out towards the world, right? I'm holding a box, if you will, between my hands. And my feet are flat against an imaginary wall. Take a deep breath in here. Breathe into those bases of the triangles. They're still there, but perhaps you feel them in the width of your back. and then the width across the pants line here at the hips. And as you exhale, you draw into that point right behind the belly button. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, lift the hands up overhead, still breathing into those triangles, into the base of the rib, base of the hip. Exhale, pull that air back underneath the belly button. Inhale, we lift the arms. Breathe into the back, exhale. And again, inhale, lifting up through the hands, staying perched on your tush, keeping those feet flat against the floor. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, drawing into that abdominal engagement. And we're going to add to this. Inhale, lifting up high in Tadasana. High for the head, for the posture, not the shoulders, by the way. As you exhale, those hands come to heart center, and your breath comes to the center of your gravity behind that belly button. Start to take a tuck under, tucking the tail under, rolling back to just the brevity of your sacrum. And then inhale, stack back up. So we're not going all the way to the waist there. It is a hovering. Exhale, tuck. Draw that center in, draw that center in. Feel the flatness of your sacrum on the floor. And then inhale, tuck that tail back under you, like you're going to put your tail feathers out behind you, but keep your ribs over your hips. I cheated there a little bit on that one too. Exhale, tuck. Flatten. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck. Now I want you to start to really stoke the fire. So you're going to inhale, feel the lift. Exhale, feel the drawing into your center. Inhale, lift. Exhale, feel the power. Inhale, lift. Exhale, find that tuck. Breathing into those triangles. If your mind has started to get distracted by the reach and the pull of the arms, come back to the triangles of the breath. Inhale, breathing into the bases across the bra line, press ladies, across the pants line. Exhale, breathe gents, across the base of that rib cage, across that pants line, and then exhale, pull to behind the belly button. One more time. And hold here. Good. Float the right knee up. Float the left knee up. Navasana. Bring the knees to squeeze together. Take the hands, palms out. Tuck. Hold. Breathe. Find the inner power. You might start to get a little shake. You might feel like your hip flexors are screaming. Pull into those waist muscles. Breathe into your back and then pull into the belt. Inhale, breathe into the back. Exhale, pull into the belt. Let the breath power this movement. Or really the stillness, but the movement of the breath. From here, cross the ankles, let the knees go wide. Bring your hands to the mat in front of your knees. Press yourself up into table. Coming to the center of the mat if you wish. Hands spread. Remember what we've learned in weeks past. And drawing in that energetic field into the body, through the hands, through the feet. Tuck the toes under. Good. Take an inhale here. Lift the heart through the frame of the windows. Let the ribs stretch forward. Let the tailbone lift away from the backs of the kneecaps. And then on your exhale, tailbone goes down towards the heels, just in that arch. Arch the back, hat. Inhale, lift. Into the cow. Exhale, arch into the cat. But instead of it being a passive push and collapse of the arms, power this from the powerhouse itself. As you exhale, feel that breath draw into those centers of the triangles there behind the belly button. And then inhale, feel the expanse of those bases of the triangles along the ribs, along the hips. Exhale, pull. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull. Inhale, lift. Now from here, I want you to take this into a swirl because still dealing with the watery sacral chakra into the fire of the solar plexus, I want you to pull into cat, but drop back through the right side of the waist, roll through into the left side of the waist, come back up, find cow, exhale, roll back, roll through, inhale, lift, exhale, draw back, through, around, Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw back through. So swirling through the spine, getting that energetic flow from the tailbone up into the spine, into the base of the head. So if you imagine that lotus flower at the cranium and its long stem that goes through the mud is your spine. Reverse your direction. So we want to draw nourishment from deep beneath the mud surface, up through the spine, into the cranium, the flowering lotus of the head. So pulling through, finding that big arch of cat and cow. One more time. And then come through to center. Make sure the toes are still firmly tucked under. Walk your hands back to your knees. Perhaps you stay there. Perhaps this foot stretch is enough for you. If you can give a little bit more, bring your hands to your thighs. If you can give a little bit more in that foot stretch, take your hands out. Interclasping the fingers. Take the hands overhead. And then hold there. We're going to be here for 5 breaths. If your hands are overhead, make sure those ribs are down, low and steady. Breathe into the triangles of the back, across the base of the ribs, into the hip bones themselves. Exhale, pull that energy to that center of gravity, just beneath and below the belly button. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. If your hands are overhead, be mindful to keep the shoulders relaxed away from the ears. One more breath here, folks. Those feet are really starting to awaken. Inhale. Exhale. Pull the hands down towards the knees. Walk yourself back out to table. Take your hips back over your heels, but hover, and then press yourself up to the first down dog today. Go ahead and pedal those feet out if it feels the most nourishing to you to do so. And then we're going to waken up this solar plexus with some sun salutations. So on your next inhale, look at your hands. As you exhale, draw that core up away from your thighs to make room for your legs to tiptoe up, meeting your hands. Inhale, halfway rise. Stick that tailbone up. Core is engaged. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, stack hands to heart center. Inhale, press the hands up. Press the hips forward as if you're going to imprint your hip bones into the wall in front of you. And give yourself a little back bend. If your hands need to be back here, that's fine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold. Step back with the right foot. Step back with the left foot. Take your version of chaturanga and vinyasa. So if you need to come to knees, then you'll drop to the chin, pull the chest through the hands, flatten the belly to the floor, unfold the feet. Cobra. And then as you exhale, tuck the toes back under, draw the core up towards your hips, take your hips back over your heels, and then press to your down dog. So that's the modified version of a vinyasa. Let's breathe here. Can you find those triangles again? And again, breathe in, breathe out. Lift the heels up as you breathe in. Exhale, place the heels lower to the floor as you breathe out. Bend the knees if you need to get that tailbone up. I want you to feel the stretch of your perineum, right? The pelvic floor is open here. And now on your next inhale, look at your hands, preparing to exhale, then pull the abdominals up and in, walking your feet forward. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold all the way. Inhale, rise all the way up. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Beautiful job. Adding to it. Inhale, hands go high or behind the back as the hips press forward, lifting the heart. So setting the sacred stone in. Exhale, fold, drawing the abdominals up and in. Pull into the point behind the belly button. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold. Send the left foot back. Take the right foot back to meet it. Find your version of a vinyasa. It can be the chin, chest, belly to cobra, or you can drop chaturanga tadasana, pull forward to upward facing dog. Set that sacrum in, and then exhale, pull the abdominals up and in, drawing your hips up to down dog. Now breathe here. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Take your feet, walk them wide on the mat. Revisiting last week here, last class. So the perineum is open, pelvic floor is relaxed. Bend the knees if you need to, send those sits bones up. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Maybe you need to still pump your ankles up and down, opening up those feet. On your next inhale, look at your hands, bend into the knees, hop, step, or jump forward. So you can walk forward or you can hop. Increasing your fire. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, come hands to heart center. Deep breath in through the back. Find those triangles. Exhale, sigh them away. Now inhale, lift the hands up. And on your exhale, fold. Hands come to the floor or to the shins or to the thighs as you inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold. Step the right foot back. Take and plant your hands firmly towards the floor. Stay low over that left leg. Bring your right hand just to the inside where my thumb is kind of grazing my left big toe. So I'm centering out my right hand. Really pull the mula bandha in, engage the pelvic floor, pull the sits bones towards the pubic bone, and now twist the body up towards the left thigh. Left hand goes to the sky. Nice deep breath in and out. If it's in your practice, if you've been doing yoga for a while, you can always bend your left arm, take your hand behind your waist and come into that half bind. Deep breath in and out. So now we're twisting into the solar plexus. We're awakening, colonic twists. Now inhale, take your left arm back up and swing it back around to meet. Center back out your hands. Taking another deep breath in. This time, take the left hand just inside of the left foot. Stay squared up in your hips so we're not opening up. Okay, I can only see one butt cheek from the side if I were standing there with you. And now I want you to twist away from the left. And then pivot your back foot around so it flattens to the earth and your pinky edge is parallel to the short end of the mat, like a warrior two leg. Now here, take that back arm. If it's in your practice, you can take your right arm, put it behind your waist. Half bind. If it's in your practice, you can take your left arm away from the floor because the strength of the legs has you, and you can take your left tricep inside of your left thigh, and then straighten your arm to go through your legs like you're threading a needle, and then twist that left forearm to meet your right hand and clasp your hands to the full bind. And then you want to look over your right shoulder. Now again, be where you are. So if you need to keep your hands on the floor and straight arm to the sky, that's fine. If you are in the bind, set your left hand back down. Bring your right hand back up to the sky. Place your right hand back on the earth. Pivot your back toes forward once more to come back to that lunge. Beautifully done. Now from here, let that right foot prepare to take your weight. You're going to take your left foot back and up to a three-legged dog. From here, I want you to twist the hips open. Swirl down towards the pubic bone. Twist the hips open. Swirl down towards the pubic bone. Twist the hips open. Swirl down towards the pubic bone. So we're kind of just making this leg circle in the sky. And then from here, we're going to bring that right leg forward again. Catch it. Bring the left leg forward. Used to teaching backwards to live class. And then take that right knee down. Unhook the right toe. The right toe. So you're flat against the floor. And then let's lift up into that upper body. Go ahead and come on up. Now for some of you, you might find deeper connection if you bring your hands to your sacrum here. Just taking your hands behind your waist and then gently press the sacrum forward, but this left knee is still pulling back. Okay, left hip back. And then encourage your fingertips to keep your tailbone long towards the floor instead of kinked behind you. Once you have that space, bring your left hand to your left knee. Bring your right hand up. Good. Sink in a little bit deeper now, coming forward into the stretch. Spiral around towards your right to rest your right hand on your right thigh. Bring your left hand up and away, creating a crescent moon over your head. Now it's very easy for the belly to get soft here. So coming into that solar plexus fire once again. Can you draw into the breath? Can you pump the breath? Come back with the left hand. Come out of the hip stretch. Right hand comes back up and around. We're doing all right? Bring your hands to the floor. Right toes tuck under. Straighten the right leg. And we're going to prepare to pump the right leg forward to meet the left. But you're going to stay low. So bringing right leg forward to meet the left. Bringing hands to heart center. Twist towards the left. Right tricep sits on the left knee. Squeeze the knees together. Oh, feel that breath. Inhale into those triangles. And exhale, pull into that center. Maybe you extend your arms here if it feels lovely. If it doesn't, come back. You're like, right now, Jamie, my thighs are on fire. That doesn't feel lovely. That's okay. I'll take it. Inhale, rise all the way up. Oh. Exhale, come hands to heart center. Shake it out for a moment. Are we ready to do that on the other side? Hope so. You don't really have a choice in the matter, guys. All right. Inhale up. Set that sacrum stone in. Give yourself a little back bend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold. Go ahead and take your version of a vinyasa here, just because it feels good. So bend the knees, hop, step, or jump back to your high plank. Take your chaturanga or your chin, chest, knee. And then come to your cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale, coming into your down dog. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. And I'll bring you back to the top of the mat here in just a second. But sometimes after doing a unilateral piece where it's all one-sided, I like to come into a dual-sided. You can feel the difference between left and right. Now look at those hands on your next inhale. Bend the knees, hop, step, or jump forward. And then inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And now I'll take you to the other side. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale all the way up through the hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway rise. And exhale, fold. This time, take the left foot back. Find that high lunge. Right foot is forward. Feeling good here? Keep those toes tucked under. Good. First, we're going to bring that left hand in towards the right big toe. Keep that back leg straight and strong. Twisting towards your front thigh, your right thigh. Lift your right hand towards the sky. Now the left hand is pushing the floor away. The armpits are hollow. The core is engaged. Breathe into the back. Relax the core a little bit. Give it a little bit of give, a little buoyancy so that you can exhale, pull in once more. Inhale, breathe into those triangular points. Maybe you take the half bind here. Breathing in and breathing out. Keeping your head long, ear away from the shoulder. Bring the right hand back up, set it back down on the floor. Bring the right hand, pinky edge inside of the right big toe. Square up those legs, try not to hang in your joints. So pulling up on the Mula Bandha, engage, and then take the left hand up. Pivot the back toes around so that they become parallel with the back short edge of the mat, like you're in warrior two legs. Now you can stay right here. And if this is even too difficult, you can be right here. Okay, an extended side angle pose. But if you're here with me down on the floor, Go ahead and take that left hand back into the half bind if it's in your practice. And if that's in your practice, you want to take the full bind, then bring attention to your right back shoulder and right tricep. Set it inside of your right inner thigh. Extend that arm behind you. Find the bind, open the chest. And breathe. Smile a little, you're having fun. We're doing yoga together. The world is good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring the hand back down to the floor. Lift the hand up. Left hand, that is. Bring it around to meet the right hand. Right hand goes back to its position on the other side of the foot. Now from here, spread those hands. Prepare them for some action. Prepare them to draw up energy from the earth. Prepare your left foot to take your weight. And then draw up your abdominals as you exhale to pull that right leg up into that three-legged dog. Now, we're going to go into those little twists. So right now my hips are open. You can see both cheeks, if you will. I'm going to draw inner thighs in towards the pubic bone. Now you can only see one hip, and then I'm going to scoop up and around. Draw inner thighs towards the pubic bone, and then inhale, open. So feel the triangle of the legs open through those feet, and then feel the triangle of the back open. And then as you exhale, all points come back to center. Inhale, open. Exhale, all points back to center. And one more. And then all points back to center. And now we have to step that right foot forward again. Are we ready? Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, step it forward. Drop the left knee to the floor. Untuck those toes. Rise up. And what used to be like maybe a pose in and of itself, all of a sudden feels like a stretch in a solar plexus class. So from here, right hand can come to the right knee. Left hand comes overhead. Lengthen out that tailbone, especially if you feel pressure in your lower back. You probably have your bee stingers out. So tuck the tail slightly under, get the stretch in the front of the leg here on the left side. And then press both hips forward. Get that bigger stretch. Maybe that right hand slides a little bit so it's the right wrist. And bring your left hand around to touch the left thigh. And can you look over that shoulder? And then once you have your balance, can you bring your right hand up overhead to create that crescent moon over the body? And breathe. Here again, it's very easy to just get soft in all of the joints. Pull up to the Mula Bandha. Pull into the core as you exhale. Feel the engagement of the solar plexus. Bring the hand back around to rest on the front knee. Bring your left hand back around as well. Right here. Now, place your hands on the floor. Pump that back leg up. A couple of times, in fact, a little bit of a pump. Because we're going to prepare the right leg to take your weight as you bring your left foot forward to meet it. Stay low. Keep the hips low, like you're sitting on a box. Bring your hands to heart center. Straighten your spine somewhat. Keeping low in the hips. Now twist towards the right. Settle that left elbow to the outside of the right knee, but then solidify the knees. Inhale into the triangles. Exhale, pull into the core. Inhale into the triangles. Press those hands together. Open up the chest. Lengthen the collarbone. Take your ears away from your shoulders. And if it's in your practice, extend those arms as you continue to breathe. Into the triangles. Out. Bringing those points in. Inhale into the width. Exhale to the points. One more time. Exhale. Hands back to heart center if you're not already there. Come back to chair and shoot up. Inhaling. And exhale, hands to heart center. Are we having fun yet or what? Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now, part here of the solar plexus chakra, it's to do with a lot of triangles, right? So we're now, at this point, going to step back. We're going to step back. We're going to start with pyramid. It's a series of triangles, and then we're going to go to Utthita Trikonasana. So my feet are about hip width apart. In fact, preferably hip width apart. Sits bones apart. And they're not super wide. We're not going into a split. I want your pelvis to feel centered over both feet. Good. From here, place your hands at your back. Or better yet, overlap your hands and let your elbows be wide, like so. Keeping both eyeballs of those hip bones square and facing forward, both legs straight. Feel the inside edge of your front heel and pinky edge of your back foot. Inhale, pressing the hands into the low sacrum. In fact, I'm kind of running my hands down towards my tailbone. Inhale here. On your exhale, as you start to fold over the body, clasp the hands behind your back and see if you can extend them up overhead as you take your head low. If that is uncomfortable for you, stay right here, but don't let the arms become lazy. I want you to press the hands into the sacrum and open the elbows away from the body, even if you're here. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold. Not because we're just collapsing to gravity, but because our abdominals are drawing up, up, up towards that center, flexing our spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, flex, flex, flex. Inhale, halfway rise. Come all the way up. Take the back foot, pivot it so that it is now parallel with the short end of the mat. Your front heel is intersecting the arch of your back. And again, we don't need to be super, super wide in our triangle. We can keep the pelvis steady over the 2 feet. Take the arms to the T. Now this back foot, my left foot, the left hip is going to travel back as if we're trying to stack over that heel. There's my triangle. From here, I'm going to take my right hands forward, but I'm gliding in. I'm not collapsing down. I'm gliding as far as I can. When I can glide no further, the hand comes down. And then the left arm goes up. Good. Now the hand can rest on the shin. The hand can be up. If you are wider in your triangle, you're probably going to get lower to the floor. You'll feel this more in your right or front inner thigh. If your triangle is more narrow, you're going to feel it more in your rib cage. So depending on where you feel tighter would be where you want to make your stance. So for me, I need a little bit more room lately in my rib cage. I'm hypermobile in my thighs, but my ribs have tended to be really tight lately. So I'm going to take the more narrow stance. And I'm not going to go all the way to the floor, but I am going to feel the lift and the stretch of my rib cage away from my hips here. And then come all the way back up. Good. Now we're going to twist that. You ready? Glide back in. And then I want you to come into your triangle, but now bring your top hand down to meet your bottom hand. Replace it. Bring now it's your right hand was your bottom hand, bring it up. But try to keep those hips back, and that's the hard part. You lose your triangle. Maybe tuck your hand behind your waist to help open up that shoulder. Bring your right hand back down. Left hand goes back up into the triangle you know so well. Come up into standing. Keep that left hip back over the left foot and reverse your triangle here. So we just slide the left hand down the thigh, press the right hand up. Shoulder stays out of your ear. Now you're going to feel that opening here of those hip flexors in the front leg. Coming back. Right leg, get buoyant in the left as well, and bring the left to meet the right. Good job. I'm going to turn around so I can still talk to you, but we're going to set this up on the other side now. So now right foot's in the rear, left foot's in the front. Pelvis is stabilized over the 2 feet, so I'm not leaning over one foot or the other. From here, take the hands behind the back, let them be low, underneath the pants line on the sacrum. As you inhale, press the hands towards the sacrum, open up the heart, pressing into those hands. You can lift into a little back bend. As you exhale, draw the abdominals up towards that center. Perhaps your hands stay here. Perhaps you clasp your hands and take them overhead. No matter where you are, opening up the collarbones away from the chest. Your hands are here. Elbows, refrain from being droopy. Press into the hands, open the elbows towards the sky. On your inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold because the abdominals are drawing up and away from the thighs. Inhale, halfway rise, feel the spine elongate. Exhale, draw the core up and in. One more time. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, folding over the body. Inhale, halfway rise. Come all the way up. Reassign the back foot here to a parallel position. Front arch or front heel intersecting back arch. Straighten both legs. Feel centered. Arms to the T. Take the right hip over the right hip over the right pinky edge. Good. Glide those hands forward. When you can glide no further, take the hand as low as it can go, and then right hand goes to the ceiling. We're going to hold here, breathing in and breathing out. Now again, I've taken a more narrow stance because I really want to open up this hip to rib connection. Had an injury in my right side about 2 months ago that I'm still trying to get it to open up and breathe and feel safe. So I have a more narrow stance. If you take a wider triangle stance, you'll get it more in the front thigh. Now from here, come up, gliding. We're going to take it back to triangle, but we're going to twist it. So gliding forward and then taking that hand down. Bring the right hand around to replace the left. You're going to feel the hips want to click out of the triangle. Try to keep them in the triangle. Left hand goes up for a twist. I don't know about you guys, but mine is super tight. I used to make this really clean, and right now I feel like, oh. So just breathe with it. Come back to those triangles of the breath. Can you expand the breath and then exhale, engage into the center. Bring your left hand down to meet your right. Bring your right hand back up. Finding Utthita Trikonasana once again. On your next breath, glide your torso back up. Take the right hand down to the right thigh, slide it down, and find your reverse triangle. This one's all about opening up that left side of the body. Can you feel length from the left armpit through the left side pec, down through the waist, into that hip, and into those hip flexors. Coming back. Find your warrior two. We're going to hop the back foot over to meet the front. Good. Now square up with me, face me. We're going to do a little pose for balance here, but also it's very much involved with the strength of your core. Then we're going to take it to the floor. So don't worry if you don't get it so much up here today. I'm going to take it to the floor for you next. So standing centered, bringing your feet close together because one foot, in this case the left foot's going to remain on the floor. Bring the right knee up. And then hug behind the thighs, squeeze it in. Now as you squeeze it in, you might be tempted to flex the spine and make this crazy shape with your body. Keep your support legs straight. Keep your tailbone gravitating towards the earth. Keep your spine straight and pull that knee up. Good. Now from here, I want you to take just your right hand holds it, and you're going to take the right thigh out to the side. Bring everything back to center. And then on your inhale, glide wide with the right knee. Left hand goes to the left. And then exhale, pull everything back to center. Coming out. Now you can stay here for a few more breaths. If it's in your practice, we're going to take this to the big toe grip. Standing, you have to lean over a little bit to get that, but then once you do, pull back up into your posture, extend your foot through your heel. Take it out to the side, pull it back into center. Now, if you're going to take it out to the side, hold it there. If you're still working with the short knee and the hand under your thigh, give me a few more reps. If you're holding this pose, stay here with me and breathe for 3. Into those triangles. Breathing in, breathing out. One more time, breathing in, breathing out. Bring the knee in, release the foot. Good, sweep the arms up. Exhale, let them swoosh right by your side. We're going to take this to the right side now, or right foot on the floor. Left knee comes up. Again, when you bring that knee up, if you're super tight through hip flexors and your core needs some more growth, you might find that you bring that knee up and you kind of collapse. I want you to stay strong on your standing leg. Pull that knee up so it's a stretch of the thighs. Now, let the right hand come away. I'm going to struggle with balance on this side, guys. So we're going to take that knee out to the side, hand as well, come back through to center, take it out to the side, back through to center. Breathing here, open the triangles of the breath. Exhale, come to the center, right beneath the belly button. Inhale, open. Now you're going to stay here for a few more reps if it's in your practice, or you can come to the big toe grip. So knee to the outside of the tricep, and now as I stand, I push that leg through. And then we're going to hold here for 3 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. Anchoring in those hips. Remember the vice of the hips. I almost viced mine too much. I'm going to knock myself down. So as much as necessary, as little as possible. One more time with that breath. Bring it in. Bring it to the floor. Sweep the arms up. And just give me a forward fold. Uttanasana forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise. And exhale, stand all the way. Go ahead and come to the front of your mat. Crossing at your feet. Pulling yourself down. I'm going to put myself on a diagonal here so that you can see what I'm doing and so I don't kick the screen. Okay? We're going to roll on back. Nice and steady. Revisiting that same pose, letting the legs be out long. And then what you're going to do is bring the right knee in. Give it a big squeeze. So I'm just in that reclined pose. I'm lying on my back, squeezing my right. Now from here, bring your right arm inside of your right leg. So I'm kind of holding on with my left hand on the shin, but my right arm is going to come inside of my right leg straight. And I'm going to take those peace signs with my hands, with my right hand, and I'm going to put my peace sign fingers around my right big toe. Now from here, I will straighten through my heel. And then from here, vicing into the left hip, squeezing that glute up and in, keeping that hip heavy, I can start to rotate my foot out to the right, my whole leg, to find the same pose, but now the posture is supported by the floor. And I can focus on the inner thigh work. If you're like, Jamie, I can't get my legs straight, that's okay. I encourage you to just take it out to the side, but keep a nice 90 degree like this, that's fine. If you can straighten the leg, you straighten through the heel, pull back on the big toe, and open to the side. Let's stay here for 3 breaths. So find your 85% maximum, and then stay there for 3 breaths. In and out. Finding those triangles once again. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bending the knee for everyone to come back in. Give that knee a hug in towards your armpits. So not even to the chest, but kind of a little bit out wide towards the armpit. And then set that right leg down. Bring the left knee up. Squeeze it in a little bit towards the armpit more than the chest. And then from here, we are going to hold on to that knee or shin with the right hand. Let the left arm come inside of the left knee. And then take that left-handed peace sign. Wrap your peace fingers around your big toe. Solidify your right leg. Engage those glutes on the right side. Extend the left leg up. Now from here, we want to start to rotate that leg out. And then rotate that leg back in. Rotate that leg out. And rotate that leg back in. And if it's in your practice to hold the pose, then do so. We're going to be here for 3 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing into the depths of the triangles, along those ribs and hips. And then exhale, pulling both points to center. Inhale and exhale. Bending the knee to bring it back into center. Give it a big hug in towards the outside of that chest wall. And then settle your feet down. Bringing both knees to a bent position. You're lying still on your back. What I'd like you to do is bring your knees together The inside rails of your feet are touching. Extend your arms out a little bit to the side, or even a low V often feels nice to people because it doesn't pull you up into that pinching of the shoulder. So a nice low V. And then allow both knees to travel up and over towards the left, stacking them. Once they're there, look towards your right. Now, I often like to do this on a bolster as well, but I don't have my bolster upstairs with me today. My child maybe needed them for yoga teacher training downstairs. So if you set your hips up on a bolster and then do the twist, it's a little bit of an inversion as well for your colon and your intestines, and really can help calibrate the fire within the belly. But taking them here flat is also nice. And then come back up through to center. And then let's do that on the other side. So take the knees over to the right. Feel that twist. Let the body relax. Look to your left. Get that twist deep in the belly. And breathe. Come back through to center. Nice and steady here. And now we're going to make our way into a slightly different variation of Shavasana today. We're going to actually perform Shavasana on our belly. There's a method to my madness. So go ahead and roll all the way over. I'm going to kind of face the camera for this one. So on your belly, before you lie all the way down, I want you to kind of shift and shake a little bit. Make sure that all of the tissues of your quads, your legs feel relaxed. Like there's nothing pinching, nothing gripping. Everything feels super chill. And then from there, before you lay your belly down, I want you to kind of put your elbows out there and then act like you're almost trying to army crawl, but you don't move. So it just kind of feels like it's stretching the belly. And then once you're there and you feel like the belly's stretching from rib to hip, go ahead and then melt down to the earth. The elbows are going to go wide here. The hands are going to stack right close to your chest. And then your face is going to go directly onto your hands. Now I'm going to keep my head turned because then obviously you can't hear me if I'm muffled by the floor. So I'll look at you guys. But we're going to keep our belly to the floor today for Shavasana. Now once you're settled into the hands, really melt the shoulders down and back. Feel as if your chest were relaxed against the floor. And just be in a space. If it's even more comfortable for you to come to one cheek, that's okay too. If you prefer that over having your forehead on your hands. And now I want you to feel here with this gentle compression of the earth against your belly, how your waist muscles can fully relax. And without any effort on your part, only with ease, allow your hips to drop their weight into the floor. And as you breathe, feel tension melt away from your legs. And feel how your kneecaps sink a little deeper. And the shins and the calves relax. And the tops of the feet grow heavy to the earth, leaving a light sensation through the arches of the feet. And following your breath back up the heaviness of the legs, back into the heart of the hips. Acknowledging their depth, their gravity. Moving your awareness back into the waist, feeling the compression, the gentle reassurance of the earth against your belly. Feel how your ribs can expand with the breath deep into the back. And you can finally take that nice, deep, reassuring breath, like a sigh deep into the vertebrae. And feel how your shoulders are melting. The armpits and the arms are soft without tension. And the head is heavy against the earth. The neck relaxing into a deep stretch. Simply be here. It is in these moments of intentional pause that we can make the noise of life become a melody. That like music, without the pauses, without the rests, it's just simply noise. Continue to let your body simply be present here in the pause, feeling the breath, feeling the relaxed spine from the lotus of the cranium down through the root of the body, the spine, to the tip of the tail. Letting the breath draw nourishment from the earth. One more deep breath in. Sigh it away. Start to wiggle through your toes. And maybe you start to roll the feet around in circles. Maybe you start to make gentle circles with your lower legs. Nothing with effort, only with ease and grace for yourself. Maybe you just start to gently rock the lower body side to side, starting to awaken the spine to movement. Maybe you take your head from one side to the other, gently and slowly, allowing your body to feel that adjustment in the neck. And then bringing your hands closer towards your body, allow one hand to gently push you up to a seated position. Once again, finding the place where your legs want to settle. Allow your hands to relax against your knees. Perhaps here, encourage your eyes to go closed. Drink in a deep, nourishing breath, filling up those triangles. Exhale gently, let that breath dissolve to those two center points behind the belly. Inhale again, drinking up the air. Exhale, drawing it all in to the center of your gravity. Inhale once more. and sigh it away. Bringing your hands to heart center, sealing in the practice here at your heart center. Breathe in through the nose, sink it behind the heart into the belly. And as you breathe out, may you go forth with an intention of joy, sukha, shanti, peace. Namaste. Thanks for everyone for coming today. I will see you on Monday at 8:30 for Pilates. Tuesday is 8:30 for yoga. We'll be working more on the Pilates principles on Monday, and then on Tuesday, probably a little bit more of this solar plexus and getting into the belly and the diaphragm. So continuing to move up the body in our practice. And then on Thursday, it's Pilates. Friday is bar. And next Saturday at 9:45, some more yoga. We'll see where we are. Thank you guys for joining me. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy. Take care. You're welcome, Amy. I'm glad you enjoyed it.